Back with another installment of Are They Doomed? This time we're talking about Nissan, the makers of the Leaf, the Ariya, and so little else. Are they doomed? Well, that's what we're going to talk about. I'm Brian. Welcome to Future Asa. So here we are. That's right, Nissan. Look at all these buttes. Nissan. Yeah, it's a company formerly known as Datsun and sometimes still known as Nissan. That's weird. To me, it's weird that it's both. Look at this little thing. That looks like a shoe for a robot. Very good. Okay, starting with the engineering. And again, this is the second year I'm doing this series. The previous year, I had special guests, but it made the ratings inconsistent. So now I'm doing it solo. So we're talking about engineering. Nissan Leaf came out in 2009. They've sold a whole bunch of these all over the world, mostly at a loss. The only people I knew who bought them got crazy lease deals. And then after 3 years of paying like $100 a month or $200 a month, just returned the lease because the residual was sky high. And at that point, Nissan sold them for $5,000, $8,000. Terrible. Second generation came out, in 2010 for the 2010 model year. Second generation in 2017 looks a little better, not great. They've made a lot of these, so I would be inclined to believe that the engineering is good, that it's dialed in. And frankly, I thought that they were going to be the company of the future for EVs with this early head start. Not so. Global sales, here we go. Pretty exciting. Let's see if I can make this look any better. Not really. But yeah, pretty good numbers in the US and Japan. Very exciting stuff. Except, here we are. Our brand new Nissan Leaf is now a brick. Major electrical system fault. Turned out to not be quite that bad, but these are brand new cars. Kyle found some weird incentives that made him able to get these for like $10 or $20 a month with a very small amount down. Hundreds, maybe 1,000. Ridiculous. Everyone Kyle knew bought one because what a deal. Unexpected is what I would say there. Nissan Ariya. Quality ratings, well, it's kind of too new. It's just too new to have real ratings. Now, of course, that doesn't mean you won't find a law firm willing to represent you should you get a lemon. But most common problems, let's see, not a lot. Electrical system, engine, some problems. I don't think these are terribly serious. These don't strike me as unusual for any new car. Any new model of car, but we'll watch them and see how it goes. I'm confident that in the low numbers they're selling them, they can afford to fix every one they sell while they get it sorted out. So let's talk demand. How's Nissan doing on the demand front? As a company, as an EV maker, well, let's look at their net sales from 2008 to 2023. Pretty decent numbers, pretty decent, 10, 12 million, and they fell off. No, that's in Japanese yen, 10 billion. Okay, so that's dollars. That's monies. That's yen. But still, you can see, hit a record in 2023. That bodes well for Nissan as a company. Performance highlights. Now, here we are. Again, we're talking about demand. This is this total units? Wow. That must be in millions, huh? Wow. So they're getting a lot more higher priced vehicles out the door. The problem I'm seeing here is we've got Japan is a smaller part of the market than I expected, followed by China. North America is the biggest market, and Europe and others. Good growth in others. This is, promising that sales were up in 23, but it's down so far from even just a few years ago. That's concerning. Are we still on demand? Oh no, engineering. I didn't give an engineering rating. Let's see. I'm going to say 7. No, I'm going to say 6 because they've still got a lot of room to sort things out. Here in demand, that's not great. That's not a great sign. Oh yeah, by the way, subscribe, would you? It'd really help out. If you haven't, it's free. So that means for demand, not good. It's not good. They're not selling well anywhere. So I'm going to say Let's give them a 5. Middle of the road there. Cost controls. How's Nissan doing? You have to be able to not blow up your budget. You have to be able to sell at a profit. You have to be able to make compelling cars that people would buy at the price you're selling them. Let's take a look here. We're looking at cash flow, which is one indicator. Net cash flow. Here's the chart. That's not great. It's not great. From 23 to 24, we're seeing the trend go in the wrong direction. Although that could be year to date, in which case it's fine. I think that is year to date rather than trailing 12 months. Yeah. No, these are quarter over quarter. 331. No, this is all first quarter of the year. So wrong direction. Wrong direction. Cost controls, how are they doing? Yes. Profit margin, if we look at gross 16, operating, the margin's pretty thin, but I'd say healthy. For this, I'm going to give them a 6. 6 for cost controls. They should do a little better. They should be a 7 because they're such an old company with such a well-established supply line and supply partners, but I just can't do it. Cash on hand. This is a big, important metric. If you don't have money to grow, you can't grow. We're coming into an electric age. They're going to need to pivot. And pivoting costs money. So here we're looking at their cash on hand. For 24, a 1% decline. For 23, a 6% decline. So we can see at one point the cash on hand was $23 billion. It got as low as 11. And it's, I guess recovering a little bit. It's fine. It is enough to retool a couple, 3 factories, build all new 2 factories without getting in danger. Cash on hand, I'm going to give them an 8. I think that's very reasonable, despite some challenging times. Again, crazy the cash on hand these companies had during the slowdown. I would have expected they'd be burning money, but they weren't. Amazing. So what's the roadmap? Well, this is where the rubber meets the road. What is their future? How are they going to get through it all? Weather that storm. Electrification. Hey guys, they're going to electrify. They're going to achieve carbon neutrality through electrification. Yes, in 21, Nissan set a goal to achieve carbon neutrality across its operations and the life cycle of its products by 2050. Well, by the early 2030s, every all-new Nissan vehicle offering in key markets will be electrified. Early 2030s could be 10 years from now. 2034 is the early 2030s. Every all-new Nissan vehicle, so not the ones they already make, but all new, will be offering in key markets. Guys, there are so many qualifiers on this. What are you doing? Ridiculous. Accelerating the adoption of 100% motor drive electrified models through 2 pillars, electric vehicles and e-power. What's e-power? It's a hybrid. I'm assuming it's a hybrid. It's always a hybrid. What is it? It's a hybrid. Let's just take a look. Yeah. The e-power offers full electric motor drive using the onboard gas motor. That's a hybrid, guys. Terrible. Truly, truly dumb. What are you doing? Nissan Ambition 2030. They've got ambitions, you guys. I love this little K car here. Nice and narrow for those small Japanese parking spots, I suppose. Yeah, they unveiled it and they're responding. The CEO is like, hey, guys, we're focusing on exciting stuff. At the heart of it is, some electrification. Just some. And we're going to have a skateboard that looks kind of like everybody else's, but a little shinier. So not excited. And then they've got some electric vehicles shown here. Roadmap, not great. Nissan's future rests on a sea of new gas and electric vehicles. It's like they're aiming for the moon with as many new models coming in by 2026 through family development. So I don't need this rolling, but they've got a interesting glove box. Yeah, 4 new models including, and by 25, 6 models, 1 brand new and 5 all new. What? The all new Nissan Rogue? Crazy. And then 4 brand new and 1 all new. I don't even. And robots in the family. Oh, look. Unboxed light. following in others. And of course, the ever fabled solid state. Of course, they're good. So their roadmap involves primarily hybrids, with the rest being wishes and prayers. Just wishes and dreams is what they've got going for them. That's not great. So for the roadmap, I'm going to give them a 3, because there isn't one. This is not a plan to get into the future. Great, you can continue selling in Japan, but you won't be able to sell in China, not with a gas motor. You won't be able to sell in Europe, not with a gas motor, and parts of the US will also not allow it. That means you're going to be a Japanese company who's relying on sales in the third world. That's not helpful. You're not going to get anywhere. So let's take a look at our chart and see how Nissan is doing. We have ourselves right here, 65683 for an average of, let's give this some color, 56. How does that compare? Slightly better than last time. But again, last time it was, I was using different people. There were guests who were also giving theirs. 7-point swing upward over the last one. What did I miss? What did I misunderstand? Leave it in the comments below. Stay tuned and juicy, and I cannot wait to hear from you clever robots on the flippity flop.